It's a woman that was killed in California, and she was a Clark Atlanta grad. She was a PhD and everything. Have y'all heard about this story? This was a story that keep on coming up on my timeline, and I said that I wanted to review this with you guys to see what you guys know about it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Hearts are heavy tonight at Clark Atlanta University. One of their graduates, who had gone on to become a college dean of a college in California, was shot to death on the campus of Spartan College in Inglewood, California.
Dr. Kamisha Clark received 3 degrees, including her doctorate from Clark Atlanta University. That's where Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now with the story all new at 5. Angelique?
Good afternoon to you both. So many people who knew and loved Dr. Kamisha Clark are just devastated tonight. They say clearly she was a rising star who is just gone too soon. The Clark Atlanta University School of Education just spotlighted Dr. Kamisha Clark on her accomplished career in March. This is their Instagram post about the 3-time alumnus who earned her undergraduate, master's, and educational doctorate degree from CAU and was recently promoted to the Dean of Student Affairs at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood, California.
She was promoted to the Dean of Students of, let me see this again.
Aeronautics and Technology, recently promoted to the Dean of Student Affairs at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood, California. On Friday, everything changed in an instant when police say former Spartan security guard Jesse Fiegro returned to the college in his security clothes and opened fire on Dr. Clark and her assistant in what police call a targeted execution-style shooting.
I came under the lot. We were told that there was an active shooter next door and to get into safety in the shop over here.
Officers say the suspect drove off, but they found him several hours later and took him into custody.
Give great kudos to the Inglewood Police Department, our investigators, and the LAPD officers that were vigilant, took the vehicle description and took him into custody.
After 3 days of fighting, Dr. Clark succumbed to her injuries Monday. The second victim is still being treated. Those who knew her described Dr. Clark as a shining star who was driven but also had a sweet spirit. Friends also say Dr. Clark was a strong advocate against gun violence and had started a foundation here in Atlanta to fight the use of firearms called C Squared.
This was not a random act of violence. The suspect and victims knew each other.
And again, the way they knew each other is that they all worked there at the college. I should also mention that Dr. Clark was a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and she was the granddaughter of Dr. Betty Clark, who was on the faculty for many years here at Clark Atlanta, as well as retired interim provost and vice president of academic affairs.
I bet you this reporter right here is an AKA. I guarantee you this reporter is an AKA. Because what I know about AKAs, and I am familiar with AKAs a little bit. I ain't going to tell you how. Shout out to my AKA women that's watching this right now. What I know about AKAs is whenever they see any of their fallen ones, what do y'all call them? Y'all call them something of pearls. I don't know what, I forgot what y'all call it, but y'all like to wear y'all pearls for the whole girls or whatever like that, and then y'all wear y'all pink and green for like whatever, the home going or something like that. So it's messed up. It's very, very messed up to see that a woman that was so promising, whose career was so promising, who obviously never had a problem, and I can't sit here and say that there was something wrong with her or she criticized somebody or she was doing something that she wasn't supposed to do or something like that. It's very messed up that this happened to her, and that, you know, the guy, I hate when people just do stuff. I genuinely hate when people do stuff because they're angry at somebody else or they have a disagreement. And so we see somebody that's in his emotions, and that was a former security guard, and she was a dean of students. And then he comes in and he does a targeted attack, and then he goes and takes out her life. I need to know more information about this, because I'm sure that eventually he's going to confess to it, or he's going to say something, or he's going to better explain it. And I'm going to actually earmark this so that I can keep an eye on this story in particular. But to see that a dude came back and he wasn't even working there anymore, put on a security guard outfit, and then did a targeted attack on a woman.
Of Spartan College, Kamisha Clark has died after being shot by a security guard there. This all happened on Friday afternoon. She, in fact, was one of 2 women who were shot on that campus. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi joins us live from Inglewood right now, where she spoke to Clark's family today. Camilla?
Hi, Colleen. The family telling us they're absolutely devastated following this tragedy on Friday. And
Y'all
now
saying that y'all think that
40-year-old
she rejected him? Y'all think that she rejected him?
Figueroa is facing several charges here, including murder and attempted murder. He was expected to be in court today for his arraignment, but that date has been pushed back to later this month. And also in court, the family of Dr. Kamisha Clark, the dean of Spartan College, who the family says she passed away yesterday afternoon. Family and friends of Dr. Kamisha Clark outside the Inglewood courthouse today, remembering her life and impact as the dean of Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology.
We are beyond devastated. Kamisha's life was taken from us far too soon in an act of senseless violence that no woman should ever endure. She was an amazing person who didn't deserve this. She was living her best life, doing the work she loved.
Her family says she was a daughter, sister, friend, and mentor, describing her as compassionate and loving. Clark was one of 2 women shot on the Spartan College campus Friday afternoon. According to Mayor James Butts, the second woman, who was identified by a colleague as an admission assistant, was an unintended target in Friday's shooting. Her name has not been released. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office has filed charges against 40-year-old Jesse Figueroa in connection to the shooting. He is facing several felonies, including 1 count of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and 1 count of possession of a firearm with prior violent convictions. News Chopper 4 was overhead when the alleged shooter was arrested in front of Berendo Middle School in the Pico Union District. The DA's office says that Figueroa allegedly used a handgun. According to a statement released over the weekend, Spartan College says it's cooperating with the Inglewood Police Department and that counseling services are being arranged for students and staff. Friday's tragedy, taking a life gone too soon.
She was a trailblazer and an inspiration, having recently been promoted to the dean at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood.
Dang, she was kind of pretty too. Some people in the chat is telling me that he got rejected. Is that true? Did he get rejected? Somebody in the chat told me that he got rejected. Y'all give me some insight on whether or not he actually got rejected or not. I need to know that. What do y'all know about it? Y'all don't know what happened? Well, I know that it's unfortunate that this woman had to lose her life. I don't think that anybody, and again, I'm going to say the same thing that I say on a regular basis. I think that people need to keep their hands to themselves. When I see the only time that, and I'm not going to say that I can justify it, but the only time that I think that it makes sense to witness when things happen negatively like this is if you win the game. And when I say when you win the game, not a gang with a G, but in the game. And usually if you win a dope game or something like that, then at some point somebody has to be made an example of, or you can't have somebody running off on a plug. And so usually people do things that they're not supposed to do in order to justify being able to maintain their presence in the game. But outside of that, I can't see any reason why somebody would put their hands on somebody else, let alone go and do some kind of revenge killing. And it just makes it's messed up because you got somebody that was bright and obviously added value into society. Now they have been removed and you have to replace them with taking care of somebody, spending $50,000 and $60,000 a year on this inmate facility or making sure that we feed him with 3 hots and a cot. and he's probably going to be able to get out of jail in 10 to 20 years when he says that I've been changed and I'm a different guy and now I deserve parole and all of this stuff. I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. It's very bothersome and it's unfortunate, and this shouldn't be happening to people. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.